Hi guys, just another unboxing. So I've started getting Libby this set for when she's a bit older, and I just got the advent calendar this time, so I'm just going to be unboxing that. Now I've learned from the other one it takes quite a long time, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to open all the doors up, show you what you get, and then I'm going to pause the video, make them all up, and then show you close up what you actually get. So it just looks like this. This snowy scene on it. So I'm just going to bend this backwards a bit. And we're going to open it up and show you what's in it, and then I'll make it all together. So number one, you get the little girl with the list for Santa, I'm guessing. And then number two, you get a snowmobile. Number three, you get, looks like a bunny something. And four, you get, I don't know quite what that is, looks like a fireplace maybe. Number five, you get a dog. Number six, don't know quite what that is, some sort of sleigh in a ramp, looks like a snowboard on a ramp. Number seven, you get, that looks like another fireplace to me, but it looks like a dog one. Number eight, you get some sort of sledge or something. Number nine, get this one. Number 10 is this one. Number 11 is this one. Number 12 is this one. 13, just a little like fire set. 14, it's another sledge of some description. Looks like a dog sledge on that one. 15, I will make these all up at the end so you can see them actually made up, is this one. 16 is a cat and a fish. 17, another fire, like a cat scratch maybe thing. 18 is, I'm not quite sure what that is. 19, another sledge. It looks like these are like husky sledges. I'm not entirely sure. 20 is a Christmas tree. 21 looks like a present. 22 is a horse. 23 is, looks like a push-along sledge. And 24 is a snowman that's dressed up as Santa. So I'm now going to make all these up, guys, and I'll be right back to show you what. Guys, so I have made them all up now. So day one, you had the little girl. She looks like this. I do like how the face is different shape and the body is more like human, less blocky, and you do get a free little party hat with her. Well, like a spare one. I'm just putting these back in the box, guys. Day two, you had this snowmobile, which looks kind of cool. So yeah, that's that one. Day three, you had this weird rabbit thing, which I don't understand. You know, this is what the rabbit looks like. Okay, that looks kind of cute, but I just don't understand this bit at all. I just feel like it's a bit random. Day four, I would describe this as a fireplace. Now, I think they really copped out on fireplaces. I mean, you had this fireplace, and then you've got, obviously, the, what's it called, carrot with it, and you had a little blue bit spare and a little flower spare. So, you know, I can kind of see that. 2 seconds, guys. Day four, I think, was a real cop-out. You literally just got the pug. Now, I would be annoyed, really, as a kid if I got that on one day, because obviously these you have to make up, so it takes a few minutes or so. But this I'd be quite disappointed on if I had that just for one day. Day 6 was then a snowboard and a ramp, which to me is kind of a cop-out, but there we go. Right, day 7, we had yet another fireplace. Now, this is where I start getting a bit weird about this, because you have a lot of fireplaces and a lot of little shops. But this is a dog one, so I could kind of understand. And then you get, oh, I dropped it. You get a spare bone, a spare flower, and a spare icicle kind of thing. So, I can kind of get that. Day 8, you had a sledge, and it looks like this. Again, you have these bits, but I don't know what you connect them to. And you seem to have a lot of sledges, which was kind of another cop-out. Day 9, you had this bird, and this bit here, this green bit of the flower, is kind of, you'll see it a lot on a lot of things, and I just feel it's like a real cop-out. So there's your little bird and a spare flower. Day 10, you had this. I'm guessing this is going to be like a karaoke player kind of thing. It looks like this. So you've got a little microphone at the top, and then you had a spare microphone and a star. 2 seconds ago. Right, so day 11, you had this little shop kind of thing. With like a little cake, and you had a spare star, a spare flower, and a cake. Excuse Nanu's hair. Right, day 12, you had another little thing. And this one's got the milk and chocolates and a drink. And it looks like this, guys. And you've got a spare milk top and a spare star with it. Right. Day 13, I feel like this was a bit of a cop-out again. You got 2 little seats. None of these don't look big enough for your little characters. You then had a little fire. You had a spare piece of fire. And you had 2 sticks that I guess were meant to be marshmallows. So I just feel like this was a bit of a cop-out. But at least you got something. And it could go to your little scene you're making. So I can kind of understand it. And then day 14, you had yet another sledge. Still, you've got nothing to pull the sledge, but you had yet another sledge, and you had another spare bit. So at this point, I'm thinking I've got 2 sledges with nothing to pull it. Day 15, you had yet another fireplace. Now this one's got a little mouse on it, and then you get some spare bits, and the yellow bits are going to be cheese. So that's what we had on 15. 16, I feel, was a cop-out again, because you just had a cat and a fish. I mean, it does look cute, but it's a kind of cop-out when you've been building everything some of the other days and you get that. Then, I guess this was going to be a cat play thing, or a mouse play thing. So like this little ramp can go up and down, so I'm guessing this is for the cat or that. But yeah, you had that one. Then I guess this is going to be like a snowman. I'm not entirely sure. But you had this. It looks like this. And then you had a spare hat. A spare flower, which I'm not quite sure where the hell the flower goes, because it doesn't show a flower on here at all. And a spare little white bit to put the bows in. Then on day 19, you had yet another sledge. Still, you've got nothing to pull this sledge, but you had a 3rd sledge, and obviously you had the spare arm bit. Now, on day 20, you had the tree. I totally understand that, and you've got like this little heart thing at the top. Get that. And then day 21, you had parcels, which look like this. And then this one, the lid comes off and you've got a little heart to put inside it. And you do get the spare star, so I can kind of understand that to go around the tray. Then on day 22, you just got a horse. Now this horse has no connection to pulling the sledges you've been making. So far you've got 3 sledges and literally nothing to pull it. Then day 23, you had this thing. I'm not entirely sure what it is. It kind of looks like a sleigh that Santa might sit in, but you obviously don't get a Santa. This might connect to the back of the horse, so the horse would kind of pull it, and you get a spare white stick. And then on day 24, you've got a weird Santa snowman. So it just looks like this when it's made up, and you do get the spare stick. So I do feel like this calendar was a bit of a cop-out on some days compared to the other Lego City one I've made, because in the other Lego City one, on every single day you either had a character or you had something to make, and on day 24 you actually had a Santa Claus. I've got it just here, guys. So on day 24 on this one, if I can find it, because I haven't put them in order, but on day 24, there you go. On day 24 on this one, you actually had a Santa, which would make sense. And like through the days, you had the Christmas tree, which made sense. You had different toys. So I could totally understand this one with like the characters and the toys. This one kind of didn't make any sense in a way. Some days, like that one day where you had a pug, I would find that quite disappointing as a child, because other days I was making stuff up like this, so it was taking me a minute or so, whereas one day I just had a pug. It's kind of pointless to me, so I feel a bit disappointed in this calendar. I think out of the two, this one is worth the £20. I feel this one should only be maybe like 15 or 10, because I do feel they copped out on a lot of things. I mean, you have the same kind of thing with a fireplace quite often. You have the same thing with one of these like little stool things quite often. They copped out when they gave you just the little pug one day. I mean, it is cute, but I just feel it's a kind of a cop out. But yeah, personally I would buy this one over this one. I know this is aimed more at girls and this is aimed kind of unisex, but I think, I mean, Libby will like this because I'm going to put it into her other Lego bits she has, but personally I feel this is a bit of a cop out, and I don't feel it's worth 20 quid. I think it should be less, whereas this one I do feel is worth £20. So yeah, that's my opinion on these and showing you what you got in them. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again, guys. Bye.